Informanté Radio. That brings the time on Informanté Radio now to 20 minutes past 8 it is. And you're in the company with our Dance Like the Stars people, Neville and Maria. Good morning.
We just love a change to music.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Wednesday. Liz Ehlers and Elise Sonnet. Our own Namibians making this music.
German music. So it's like trance music, where you have to be half on drugs.
So you say it doesn't fit the morning, does it? I love it. I want to be woken up like this every morning.
Dankie. So that's Liz Ehlers.
Liz Ehlers, yeah, and Elise Sonnet.
Oh, by the way, Liz Ehlers, Odile
Gertze,
is performing as Liz Ehlers at the MTC Knockout Project.
Okay, a hearty good morning here on Informanté Radio with Neville, Maria, and Kofi. Nice to have everybody with us, our viewers and our listeners out there. Have yourself a fantastic Wednesday morning. Today, the 30th of September.
Is it last day?
These jokes are not stopping. Did you guys bleach Cubase every morning?
I know. I thought I made myself very clear yesterday, but...
No. Yeah, yes, Cubase, you made yourself very clear.
I wonder what they're going to say about Cubase next week when I'm not here.
Oh, yeah. This is 'n uitgebrande roosterbrood. Yeah.
Okay, nice to have everybody here. And obviously we're going to just quickly start with a COVID update that we are doing every single day. Maria's always very interested in these statistics. 11,140 cases, 121 deaths, so no deaths since, I think, day before yesterday.
Okay.
And we've got 8,937 recovered. And active cases is still going down. We are now standing on 2,082.
Something interesting yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Only 19 cases reported throughout the country.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That's great.
Wow.
Okay, so Minister of Health, open up the doors. Let's party. I know, Maria, you don't like hearing.
Ek dink dat dit lankal begin.
I can party in my house. Trust me, I like to have a good time. I just don't want to do it out there.
With lots of people.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Like I say, last week, Saturday was a little bit different for me.
Right.
I've seen people during Saturday that I haven't seen in a long time. So me and Mevrouw did some hopping from place to place just to get out of the house a bit. Kids were not there, so yeah, up to a point where she looked at me very sternly around 9:30.
Okay.
Hey, ons moet huis toe gaan.
Ja.
Wacht net so 'n bietjie.
Nog een bikkie.
why I don't go out. I'm always the friend that's trying to get home early.
There's always one that wants to. There's always one that wants to leave early and one that wants to leave late,
are
and usually the
repeating
two
Monday
of them are married.
True.
You guys are repeating Monday jokes.
Ja,
Okay.
ja, maar dat is waar. Dat is waar. We need
by
to
the
say
way,
it again.
Mark says, COVID update.
Okay.
That woman living proof COVID gives you wings. Makes all tiny jump on cruiser. That video is circulating. I know everybody's entertained by it. What did she say?
Stop!
Wow.
Stop!
Are you talking
Stop!
about? Are you talking about the bonnet lady?
Stop! Hey! Stop!
Yeah, maybe she's a Land Rover fan. That's why she.
Karen.
Isn't this a time of? Aren't the times changing? Don't you think it's COVID stress that makes people do this? Don't you think it's the 2020 year that we've had? Everybody, and this is how it presents itself later on.
Luister, nee. Please, don't you two sit here in the studio and tell me there are no mental scars that you picked up
Yeah.
in 2020. We all picked up some mental scars.
Yes.
Whether
Yes.
it's because of financial losses or relationships are not the same with loved ones or with anybody out there, but we all, there are some scars
Yeah.
that we sit with of 2020. And dis die maklike. 2020 must stop! Yeah, asseblief. So Maria, what was the context behind this?
So apparently, the owner of the Land Cruiser with the Ochibarongo number plate seems to have he bumped her.
Okay, it was a fender bender.
Yeah, fender. Nothing too intense.
Yeah.
And this woman was in the middle of the road, stopped her car, opened, and jumped on his bike. So he was trying to get out of
Yes,
the way on
harm's
the
way,
road
yeah,
because
there
I mean it's
traffic
Robert,
coming.
it's Nelson Mandela Avenue, right?
Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
down. Yeah.
So so that video you see is him trying to park his Land Cruiser on the side of that embassy mini market, just so that they can have a discussion. I don't think he was running away.
Yeah, I wasn't running.
she just
decided.
"Ni vandaag." Insurance, my car is not insured. I probably canceled my. No, this is me guessing.
Yeah.
She probably canceled the insurance last month. You know, almost it's a tough financial month. So you look at what you can do away with. So you're like, you know what? Maybe I can, if I drive carefully, I can do away with the car insurance.
Ay, poor watch.
So yeah, okay, and we don't know what was going on in her head, but she decided to obviously jump on this video. But the whole video is just, I think,
I
it's
thought it
entertaining.
was America.
Until you saw the Windhoek number plate.
Yeah, then I saw the Windhoek number plate on the right-hand side of the screen because, I mean, there's this new phenomenon in America that labels middle-aged white women
Right.
with a certain hairstyle
Yes.
as Karens.
No,
Right.
not a certain hairstyle.
Yeah, no, they have a
Oh,
certain
they've got
hairstyle.
those blonde,
No,
boppy
no, we
kind.
joke
Boppy.
about it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
those, can I speak to your manager?
Yeah, yeah.
Even in
Those are
South
the ones.
Africa, they exist.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Call manager praat.
They don't want to speak to anybody else for the most smallest, ridiculous
Yes, call your
reason. They
manager.
want to speak to the manager.
And it doesn't help if the manager is black. It's like, no, I want to speak to the person
Higher up.
higher up.
Yeah. What do you call a bunch of Karens together? A homeowners association. Because I tell you, it is absolutely ridiculous.
Homeowners Association.
No. Yes, I tell you. Okay, but I think this lady on the bonnet yesterday of the Land Cruiser, I think when the incident happened, although it was like really not much, I think the emotions just got the best of her.
Yeah, yeah.
And she expects the whole world to
Yeah.
stand still now until her problem is resolved. En
Asseblief.
Jy moet mos nou eers die karre van die straat afkry, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Jacques Dutoit, I see you now. Good morning.
Uh-huh.
Remember from the U.S. Embassy, he said he watches.
Oh, yes.
So yeah.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I don't know if I can share this, but I'll share it. So somebody calls me, obviously on my table. It's news desk.
Right.
He wants to speak to the editor, and we speak. But he's speaking to me like he knows me. He's like, "Oh, hello. hi, and we have this conversation. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then we talk, but he's speaking very candidly, and I didn't understand because I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
who
I know his name,
Yeah.
but I don't know the person. And I think at the end he sent me an email. It was for invitation for the U.S. Embassy, and I responded. And afterwards, I think he just responded saying, "So sorry if I was speaking so candidly. It's just I watch the morning show regularly, so
That's a good story.
yeah.
What does it tell you?
Yes. So I see he just said good morning. I just shout out, Jock. Thank you.
Do you know what that tells me? Do you know what tells me? Mm-hmm. That tells me that we have become such a family with our viewers out there that they don't see this anymore as that we didn't meet.
Yeah, like I know you.
Maar wat is jou
relatable.
probleem?
Yeah.
Ja, so.
Yeah.
So
I
jy
like
moet
when
ook
it
jou
happens.
familie begin ken jy ook jy.
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah, but I'm learning. So that was nice. That was nice.
So, okay, well, good morning, Jack. I hope, goddamn, everything was fine, man.
I don't
hope.
think it's American.
You sound like Joe Biden.
I know. But he works for the American embassy.
Yeah.
So, Jack, I just want to know, man. So, did you watch the debate last night?
That's what we
I
need to
knew
get into.
I knew you were going to open up that topic.
Shine should be here.
Did you guys watch the debate last night?
I didn't because but I caught up this morning. Oh
Yes.
my gosh, I caught up this morning. Did
Yeah.
you watch?
I
Yeah,
watched
damn it.
the summarized version because I wouldn't be able to listen to that for an hour and a half. That was just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so maybe to our listeners and viewers out there, obviously yesterday was the first debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the candidates running up for the American presidency. And yes.
I mean, what a whirlwind of a debate, I will say.
I think, yeah. I also caught, some of the debate this morning. Again, for me, it was exactly what I expected. I want Joe Biden to win this. Mm-hmm. I want the Democrats to do well.
Yep.
Because I have my reasons why I don't want this guy in the White House anymore.
Right.
I know it's an American problem. It's not a Namibian problem. But then again, it's been so entertaining, and
It's a world problem.
It's a world problem at the
global
moment.
problem, yeah.
So, for me, Joe Biden, age has really caught up with him.
Yep.
He seems okay, and we mustn't forget that this guy has a natural stutter. Ayako.
Okay.
So he's got a natural stutter. So debating sometimes becomes very difficult for him. I think he tried to keep it together, but then again he allowed himself to be dragged through the mud by the orange grand wizard
Yes.
in the name of Donald Trump. Okay? So Jacques, jy hoef niks te sê nie, jy werk vir daai mense. So you just need to be quiet. It's our own little opinions that we have in here. But this, it's the most disgusting president I've seen in my lifetime.
The
Yeah.
worst
He's
president
he's
in the
classified as
history.
the worst president in American
Well,
history.
that's what Joe called him. He said, you are the worst president that America has ever had.
Okay. Joe
In the
Biden
history
is
of
one thing. It doesn't mean that if we don't like Trump that we automatically like Biden.
Yeah.
That's not what we're
No,
saying here.
no, no.
But is this what America can give us? These two guys?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, for those that didn't watch, let me just try to give a quick recap. So, presidential debate. I actually think Joe held his own under the circumstances because there were lots of interruptions. It was almost difficult to follow because of all these interruptions. And I think that's obviously Donald Trump's strategy. When you have nothing material to discuss, he was antagonizing throughout the
whole
debate.
time.
I mean, came for Joe Biden's son, brought out the whole history of his drug use, which is not a secret at this
Yeah.
point, by the way. Joe has spoken candidly about
Yes.
his son struggling with drug addiction
Yes.
and overcoming it, and him being in the Iraq war and so forth. But he kept taking those jabs at him. And obviously when questions would be, the moderator, Chris Wallace, I think raised his voice at least 2 or 3 times during that debate to just stop. It was just getting out of hand. You could not follow. And a lot of times Joe would lose his train of thought
Yeah.
because of the interruptions.
Yes.
You know, he was being antagonized constantly,
The whole time.
all the time. But the highlights are Donald Trump refused to call out white supremacists.
Of course.
Nothing new. Nobody.
Stand back
Yeah.
and stand by.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
what he said.
The Pride Boys. as
Yeah,
they call
the Proud Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Proud Boys.
Stand back and stand by.
Yes.
That means a lot.
Yes. So he refused to do that. I mean, he said it's more, he's seeing more for an issue with the left side and not the right side. Meaning the left wing, not the right wing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's making it a democratic problem.
Uh,
So he refused to do that. Another major thing, I mean, he was asked about the Texas. He said,
soon.
Yes, but he also said that he did what any business person do is he doesn't like to pay taxes, so he tried to find loopholes in the system. That was another thing. Obviously,
Is-
coronavirus being an issue, or how it was handled in the USA. I mean, they called him out for really wearing masks, for not social distancing, for not encouraging the right messages, despite the what do you call it, CD? What do you call it with? What is the Center for
CDC.
CDC.
Yeah, Center for Disease
Yeah,
Control.
going against their recommendations. And he also they said, I think he just diverted and said, well, Joe, if you were president, more people would have died. Is this a China problem? Again, blame China.
That's probably the only thing that I do agree with Trump with, that he does call out China. And
At this point, nobody can call out China anymore. It's a
I know it
it's
is a global. It is a global
It's
thing.
a global pandemic now.
Yeah.
Started in China. Obviously, I don't think it was China's intention for it to spread
No,
to
of
the rest
course.
of the world. China had to do what they do to protect, because China also lost lives.
Yeah.
China had to do what they need to do to protect themselves, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
was supposed to. So
Yeah.
we can no longer blame China.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, we should be past that
true.
point. So the fact that this is still being used
Yeah, as a narrative.
as a shield for accountability is the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah.
But yes, I think those are the major. I mean, I'm sure there are other key elements, but I think those are the standout
Yeah.
ones for me.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the second debate.
No, not.
I,
I mean, if it continues like this, I mean, it's just literally not worth looking at it.
yeah. But this guy keeps on lying,
Yes.
lying.
He's a bully, man.
He's a
Yeah.
bully. And he lies about his taxes. He lies about
That's about anything. and
a
everything.
healthcare plan
Yeah.
that is not in place at the moment.
Right.
He lies about everything.
Yeah, and Joe said he's going to find and going to debunk a lot of his things. And what I like about the internet and like the world we live in, today there'll be countless articles that will point for point
Yeah.
Donald Trump's debate and debunk
Yeah.
with actual facts, because
Yeah.
that's now we're now in the era of checking. We don't
Exactly.
just accept whatever version we're given, and that is going to happen today for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of bloggers, a lot of political analysts that are going to delve into a lot of what he said, nitpick, really get to the gist
Yeah.
and crunch of what he said, and we're going to hear the truth.
Yeah.
Because but I mean, he doesn't care. He does this all the time.
Yes.
Really, I mean, really the worst president and I mean, that is saying a lot, because America has had some of the most worst presidents ever.
But if you ask
But
me,
he takes the cake.
but if you would ask me today, if he's gonna win it, I think he's gonna win it.
I hope not.
A lot of us hope not.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think he really fired up his base again with his incensed lies and bullying tactics, and obviously buying into his base in terms of that racial rhetoric that he
Yeah.
keeps on, he sticks to that. And I think his base last night was like, yeah.
Well, his base is this white supremacist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think if we, let's say, look at the Democrats and the Republicans, and let's put the line right in the middle. Let's make it in the Obama time. The left and the right, they were very close to that line. With Trump, that that seems to have split up.
Yeah.
You know, for example, I'm going to be honest with you. If I were to be in America, I'd like to be a Republican.
Yeah.
The reason for that being
Yeah.
is because I think I'm rather conservative,
Yeah.
but I've got an open mind.
Yeah.
I understand.
And I like the openness, the freedom, you know.
Yeah.
But if I look at the line, I'd be just to the right of it, but very close to the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
And, you know, very close in touch with the
Understand.
Democrats and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But now what happens, we're seeing this extreme divide where the right is going like completely right.
But
And obviously now on the left, that is being countered. So we're seeing this massive split.
But this guy is not even a Republican.
Who, Joe Biden?
No.
Donald Trump.
He's not a Republican.
He's a Republican.
He does not carry the values of any
Okay,
Republican,
but he's a
in
Republican.
history.
In this behavior.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because the
Sure.
thing is, you have a situation where even the Republicans,
Right.
over
They're
this
put
last
off-
4
they're
years,
put off by him.
they distance themselves from him. But because he basically is the so-called torchbearer of the party, they, I think, against their own will, they have to support this guy.
Well, Asino Erastus says Trump and Swapo are on the same WhatsApp group.
Hey,
I mean,
Ganji.
There are a whole bunch of comments coming through.
Yeah, let's hear.
Leslie Kamusep says, it's the Wuhan Chinese virus. Donald Trump is such a big bully. Poor Biden was destroyed. Sure. But it's, I don't think Biden was destroyed. Biden has just got a little bit more pride in himself.
Yes.
No?
And he kind of stood his ground. I will say that. By not wrestling, because he could have gotten in the mud with the pig.
Yeah.
But instead, he would just throw in jabs like, you're a liar. Nothing you say you can, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're a
yeah.
clown.
Yes, yes.
You know, those little
Yeah.
jabs. But try to maintain some decorum, which you should on a national platform.
Yeah.
Not even national at this point, global, because everybody tuned in
Yes.
Yes, yes,
to watch. So,
yes. Well, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen next. But like Maria said, we're going to be watching the media. And I agree with you, Maria. Everything is going to now be fact-checked.
the reason I was
Spot on.
laughing when you were talking, and sorry I had to deviate, Avondre, yeah. He said something very funny, and I couldn't help. He's like, Cubase is on maternity leave, or what?
Yeah.
Is Cubase having a baby?
Yes. Yes. He's having a
He's
baby. Kramsal.
heavily pregnant. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, give us your thoughts on that. It seems a lot of the commentators agree that Donald Trump will stay in the White House. I'm a little bit more optimistic than that. I think only because I think when he became a president years ago, he had a lot of things in his favor. The stock market was doing well. He could really bank on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, stock market's it's terrible. People are losing money. People have lost loved ones due to the coronavirus,
Right.
and this is not just in the predominantly African American community. Even white communities have experienced this. So I don't think, and he doesn't seem to have a solid plan to get out of this. And I think it's exposing his poor leadership.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be very difficult. I mean, at this point, if people vote for him, it's just because they are Republican and they're anti-Democrat, and not necessarily that they are or they are anti-Biden. It's just they
Sure.
rather vote Republican than Democrat. But I don't know. I'm hopeful. I don't think he'll get a second term. But that's just me being hopeful. I'm generally just optimistic when it comes to stuff like that.
The thing is, I think with a lot of guys I know here in Windhoek, who I speak to, who do support Trump, and if I bring up this guy's lying, it's difficult even for them to defend it.
Yeah.
But sê nee maar luister my broer, die man hy lieg die hele tyd.
Yes.
All he does is lying. Now, how do you support a guy like that who keeps on lying? Ja, maar ek meen, maar hy's nog steeds die regte man vir Amerika.
Yeah.
Say, but how is he the right man for America?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing, if you really have to fact check yourself, even as a supporter,
Yeah.
there's nothing this guy says
I'm sorry,
that you
but
can hold him to it.
You have to be racist to some degree to support Trump. That's just my belief system. Because what about him? What about him? It must be like, even if you're not, it must be internalized racism that you need to deal with within yourself. Because I personally cannot understand how And I'm not saying you have to support Joe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about Trump, the figure. What about him, like, draws you to him? I mean, the guy is just wrong on every level. But I want to address people that are talking about the Khan funeral to hello.
Yes, Maria's all dressed in black today.
There's a lot of comments.
What is his place name? Afbob.
Afbob. No, it's Nambob.
It's
now.
not Nambob.
Nambob. Yeah.
Have you heard the latest commercial of Nambob?
Do they advertise death?
Yeah, you have to.
Wow.
Because you see, you can, if you know that you're gonna die,
Yes.
okay, then you can book a grave in advance.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Okay. Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, we're not going to miss that one.
Yeah, we're not gonna miss that one. So if you know it's coming,
Yep.
then you can book a grave now.
Okay.
But it sounds nicer in Afrikaans.
Right.
Say, Nambob, betaal nou en sien jou gat later. The whole. I
The-
mean,
yeah, the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
no, I
but-
get it. I get it.
Why is it
Nice
always
play
that
of words.
these funeral companies, these I think Jarman and Nambob
Yeah.
and those. Why are these businesses always so somber? I mean, it's like so sad and everything. Can't we have a business like Happy Funerals? You know, I'm being dead serious. Where you can hire people to come and sing, like
Do a circus.
Hello.
Return to Sender,
It's a return to sender.
you know, and those kind of things. Yeah.
Koffie.
Something like that. We need happy funeral businesses. Why is death always so sad and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, no.
I mean-
my funeral is not going to be sad.
No,
What's
definitely.
that hail, Batsa?
I will make
Oh,
sure
Mzala
old people
hail.
have a laugh.
What are you going to make sure you're dead?
Yeah.
Mzala hail.
Kom ons hoor wat sê die mense nog and we get into a little topic.
Okay, so on that, Stefanos Ananias says, let's get on Katima Airways and go find Cubase. I think so. Let's go do a manhunt. Go and find Cubase.
Okay. Koffie.
Yeah.
Katima Airways, just for you to know,
Okay.
it's obviously just a stereotype
Of witchcraft.
of witchcraft.
Ah, okay. I'm with it.
So the people in Katima, or the Caprivi region, or
Right.
Zambezi region, are being labeled as the masters when it comes to witchcraft.
Ah.
So, and witchcraft is all over our country. It's not,
Not in
related
one
to
tribe,
a
it's
particular
all the
tribe.
tribes, yeah.
But then again, people like to make fun of that region as
As
die
the-
toorgoed te sterk daarso.
Okay.
So, Katima Airways, want kyk, jy vlieg mos op jou besem in die middel van die nag from one region to another.
Bradley's like, Tate Kaufman is hilarious.
Yeah, no,
Tate now.
Yeah.
Tate.
Hey.
I like that title for you, Kaufman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, some more comments?
They're coming in fast and furious. So Leslie Kamusep says Wallace defended Biden, but that didn't work. He was knocked out. Imagine 2 more rounds. Liberals are terrible. Is the left wing, are the Democrats being labeled as liberals? Too liberal?
Could be.
Yeah, could be. I mean, I'm like you. I don't know if I would be. I'm more in the middle. There's some things that I'm conservative about, and
Sure.
there's certain things that I'm
Me too.
liberal
Yeah,
about.
I think the
don't-
3 of us are all there.
Yeah, no.
I don't.
No, we are there.
Yeah, I don't have one. I can't look at I don't stand for everything the Democrats stand for, or everything that the Republicans stand for, because I am a combination of both. So I'm just wondering, people that are in the States that have a similar theory, like how do they decide? Do they? I think then it would be. I think then they would just look at policy, like what changes a person.
Exactly.
They could just look at
Yep.
the candidates without any loyalty to any one, like left or right wing, and just listen. And I think maybe that's where I am hopeful, because popularity votes, that the polls that they're running, they saw that women, Trump has lost the women support,
Yeah.
largely.
Yeah.
He's obviously lost African American, the black vote,
Sure.
and it seems the youth vote.
No, the youth vote he lost.
Yes.
That he lost.
So youth, women, African American. The question is it enough when going against middle-aged white supremacy?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because once again, the youth, the challenge is to the American youth out there. Are you going to leave it just at protesting? Or are you going to go and actually vote? Because if all the elements that you do talk about, Maria, if all those elements stand together, then it's the only way that this guy can lose this election.
Yeah.
But for instance, this guy has a strong Hispanic vote. A lot of Hispanics vote for Trump.
Although he's putting up the wall.
Exactly. But they vote for him. So,
Well, Hispanics are racist too. So.
okay, now you're generalizing now.
No, I am generalizing. I am generalizing. But African Americans have gone and spoken about the racism they also enjoy from Hispanics.
No, true.
Because they don't consider themselves black, just
Yeah.
by the way.
But they're
so
not
either
black.
they aren't. I understand.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what I'm
not
saying.
black.
They're not.
They're
And-
Hispanic.
yes, but they are black Hispanics.
Yeah, no, they are
So
black
let's-
Hispanics.
Yeah, so let's.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Don't
are
you-
black Hispanics.
Let's have a look at the states. There are certain states that have just been labeled as being right extremists.
South.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
the
South.
If you have a look at the South, I mean,
Yes, yes.
Virginia.
Yeah, the smaller states, the. Can I say trailer trash? No,
Ooh.
that's derogatory, right?
Ooh, that's like very derogatory.
Okay, but they are there. They coined that phrase, not me.
Hillbillies.
Hillbillies, yes, sorry. Yes,
Rednecks.
Rednecks.
Rednecks, yeah.
Okay.
Goddamn redneck.
Yes. The rednecks for Trump, that's not gonna change anytime soon. And that's why he wouldn't go on stage and denounce them, because that's his support base. That's why he wasn't going to say anything about white supremacists. This is no way. No way.
The
yes,
radical
and
left.
The other big thing is the election voting, the mail vote.
Yeah, the mail vote.
He's not conceding that if he loses this
Oh,
election,
yes.
that it's going to be fair. He's
Yeah,
basically
there's not
said-
going to be a peaceful
no. He's made that kind
transfer
of clear.
of power.
Yes, he's kind of made it clear.
Kendra Chlabanello says Americans need the man who exposed the fish rot 6 to expose Trump. Yeah, maybe we need more whistleblowers. Can you imagine a Trump tax advisor now becomes a whistleblower?
There have been so many whistleblowers in America against this guy.
He doesn't
Right.
shake them.
I mean, he just... There's a poep in even, so say.
Right,
En
okay.
donder weer of wat ook al.
Maar Trump rot.
And I am so looking forward to the day. It could be if I'm, inshallah, like Joe Biden says, if I would live to the age of Trump, that one day we will have a presidential debate in Namibia.
Aha.
I am so looking forward to that. Because today, kyk, het sal warm gewees het. Agaba en Itula teen mekaar. Hey, you Itula, you are useless. You've never been here in this country. You only came back now. You're from England.
Yes.
President, Article 45 of the SWAPO Constitution clearly says that I can walk from Katatura to the zoo park. Yes.
Why are your police officers stopping me?
Yeah.
I was actually privileged enough to attend the presidential debate last year. The only problem is Hage didn't attend. And because
Oh,
Hage
yeah.
didn't attend, Itula pulled out last minute.
There was a president.
And then he showed up to the venue, I think, after he told them he's not coming anymore because Hage is not there. Because he said he's racist with Hage. He doesn't care for the other parties. And so I think he came back to the venue like 15 minutes into the debate and he wanted to go on stage. And they were like, no. Now this is not going to happen. You've already disrespected the platform by saying that you're not going to show up. Like, I mean, and it would have been, that was an opportunity for him to come and really speak to his supporters, who were in the audience, by the way. But because Hage wasn't there, he said he's now also not going to show up because he's got he has no competition with the remaining party presidents.
But then again, even for myself, Maria, last year, at the presidential elections, there was no way that I can waste my vote on, as much as I do like the other candidates on a Venani or Swart Boy or whoever. The presidential race was between Itula and the
No, he
president.
wasn't lying, but I'm saying I think it's still disrespectful to,
No,
your,
no,
to
no,
your
no.
supporters who made the time
No, you're right.
to go to the venue, to listen to you.
Yes.
And then you made it, well, if Hage is there, I'm not going to be. Well, Hage is the sitting president at that point.
He should have been there. Itula should have been there.
He should have used it as an opportunity
Yes.
to come and garner support and also to give us more insight into what he's about.
Exactly.
So, but the debate went well. It was very interesting to see how they unpack it. I mean, I think it could have been more of a debate than everybody just... Because they were all given different questions,
Yeah.
which kind of defeats the purpose of a debate. You're supposed to give everybody the same question and hear everybody's opinion on it. But what they did is they gave everybody a different question, which is not really debating.
I hear what you say.
Yeah, so...
In terms of a debate, there needs to be certain structure. You need the person that facilitates
Yes,
the
yes,
debate,
yes.
and that function in itself is quite a big responsibility. Yeah, last night's American
Chris
debate
Wallace
was,
yesterday
Chris
was-
Wallace didn't know what hit him. But to have a good debate, you need to have structure, you need to have respect. You need to be able to talk and listen and rationally think about.
Yeah, and ask the
things.
relevant and
Correct.
pertinent questions. Yeah.
Should we, maybe we should ask our viewers and our listeners out there, should we in Namibia have a presidential debate? Make it part of the entire presidential election process?
Interesting.
Should we
I
not
think,
have?
I think most of us should agree to something like that.
Yes,
That would be interesting.
I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
You, Maria?
I would, but I don't see it happening because the only debating we know is... Oswapo.
Sapa, we will tell you what we want and we will tell you what to do. And then if he speaks
That
to
is a
us,
debate
I
on
always
its
feel
own.
like, when Tate Hage speaks to us, I always feel like this little schoolboy.
Is it?
You Namibians. when he says, you Namibians, it's like,
Okay, sorry.
Mr. President, you are also a Namibian. You Namibians, you are naughty. You don't want to stay at home during lockdown.
Yeah,
Ne?
you need to stay at home.
Yeah. Well, let's
So
have a look
imagine again Donald Trump. I'm older than your mother.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, when he start taking jabs at him, hey, I'm older than your mother.
These things would not happen in Tatekuru's time. Not in the early 90s.
No. That I can that I'll respect, and I can live with that in the early 90s, maybe even in the early 2000s and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But 2020,
Yeah,
we should
yeah.
have grown our political theatrical stage by now.
Yeah.
And
maturity.
maturity.
Yeah.
And who says it's only two people that need to be in a debate?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't there be
Exactly.
6 or 7?
Exactly. Yeah, interesting.
Ethel Fasagi says ons mense is te onbeskof en sal beklei. Look at the parliament. I mean, regtig, los maar vir Americans
Ethel.
die storie. Huh?
I can just see Swart Boy folding up his,
Tita,
getting ready to wrestle at
Kyk om.
debates.
kyk om. Kom. Ja, kyk hoe lyk jy. Ja.
Have we ever had a fight in parliament like the Chinese do in China, where
we
they like
had
hit each
physical
other with
confrontation.
tables?
It was close.
Yeah, no, I
Really?
mean nothing of
It's
tables
okay.
and chairs, but there's been physical confrontation.
Really?
Ithete, I think it was the former Minister of Finance, Ithete against this guy from the Namibian EFF. Yeah. There was a video that I
Ipafis.
saw that they almost manhandled
No,
each
they
other.
did.
Yeah.
It was 3 months ago. I
Yeah,
think it was
2-3
recent,
months
yeah.
ago. I saw that.
He was speaking to a woman, and somebody jumped in
Yes.
to protect her because
Yes.
he was
Yeah.
talking down on a woman.
Yeah.
And then it became physical. That's a physical confrontation. we're
Yeah.
talking about.
But Swart Boy will definitely be the first one
To throw the
I-
punches.
to
Swart
say
boy is a spaza.
it's a spaza.
You know when you're arguing and somebody takes off their coat, their blazer.
Yeah.
That's spaza. Ons ken die techniques in Itura.
Komre.
Om in Itura so ek van Itura. Because if you're going to attack somebody, you don't even care what you're wearing. You must just go in.
Asino Erastus says, Swart Boy's tone would be, do you want to take it outside?
Yeah.
Kom ons stap buite.
Ons
Los hier's op
gaan
buitekant.
buite.
No.
Otoni against Swart Boy. Kurwaji. I don't want to see that fight.
Should have put them in a knockout project. Boxing. They should actually do a knockout, but for politicians.
Ooh.
Just don't invite the AR boys. Those ones are strong. Woof!
Job slut, job. Job slut. Last year.
Amupancha.
Yeah, Amupancha.
Amupancha.
I guess we're
can
going to
we-
have to...
Coffee, you're too funny.
I know.
You're
I
too
know.
funny.
Just want to
Those
put
it's got
the
lines.
humor into
Yeah,
it.
it's got lights.
Okay, so just also PS, changing of subject, are you guys busy with your diets and your sporting activities so that you look your best for the December holidays?
I started working out again
Oh, fantastic.
because I'm working on my summer body.
Are you very disciplined in terms of your sporting activities, Mario?
I don't know about disciplined,
Okay.
but I do try to have some outdoor activities. Very important for me, and I try to stay healthy. So, I mean, I feel like you need to take care of your body. I mean, it becomes harder the older you get. So I'm 35. So for me, it's important that I keep in.
I know that,
tip-top shape.
that Neville usually goes to the sport track. And then he runs the 100 meters and 200 meters and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
there are many people in this country I've beaten over 100
I've
meters.
seen the video.
Yeah.
Are you disciplined, Neville, when it comes to your sport? I know you do sport. Don't try to hide it.
No, and you know what? And that's basically what we're trying to discuss this morning, first and foremost, as to how much balance do we have in our lives? Because I think the challenges, especially in the context of 2020 that we talk about, we've been thrown off course with so many things.
Yes.
That we tried and we prepared ourselves because that was such a nice ring to the year. The year 2020. So much things going to happen this year, and I want to.
I was excited for 20.
I was excited about this. It's completely out of our comfort zone. What are we doing as a people, individually, to keep that balance in our life?
Yeah.
That's the challenge.
What balance would that be, Neville? Are we eating too much? Are we smoking too much? Are we doing things too much?
Exactly.
Okay.
What is my relationship with my family? How dedicated am I in my daily job? What's my relationship with my children? Do I have a spiritual life?
Aha.
Not a religious life. Okay.
Spiritual one.
Spiritual.
Whatever.
No, it can be
you guys can
interlinked. Your
decide.
spirituality can be linked
Yeah.
to your religion, but yeah, it's talking
And-
about spirituality.
And then, yes, of course, like you rightfully just said now, 2 minutes ago, Maria, health.
Yeah.
How do we combine all of this whole quagmire of things that we need to do to live a successful life out there?
Before we end up on the Land Cruiser bonnet.
Ex-
Because I'm being dead serious here.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in this whole philosophy, psychological thing. Do you guys know about the 3 and the 5 aspects in terms of prioritizing
Yeah.
in order to live a balanced life? So you've got the 3 and the 5.
Okay.
So the 3 is body, mind, and soul.
Yes.
Okay.
So your body, your mind, and your spiritual
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
These 3 need to stand together. Because if the one
It's off balance.
is if the one is weaker than the other 2, the other 2 will bully that one. So let's say, for example, your body is not, you're not looking after your body, then mind and soul are going to
It will go.
Yeah.
will
Will have
gang
an
up on
effect
him.
on them,
yeah, and the other way around as well. So you need to have a balance between body, mind, and soul. Once you have that in place and you can prioritize that and you can start working on it, then the 5 other ones come in.
Yeah.
You need to be okay. If you have a partner, spouse, wife, husband, that person needs to be okay.
Yeah.
If you have children, they need to be okay.
Yeah.
Then your job needs to be okay. And then your friends need to be okay. So if you've got body, mind, and soul sorted out,
Yeah.
so
Wonderful.
let me give you an
Fall in place.
example. Let's say, for example, you lose your job, right? Number 4. It'll have an effect on you, your spouse or life partner, your children, your friends, but you'll be able to survive that because the other 4 team up.
True.
heaven forbid you lose a child. That is one of the most traumatic things in life.
Yeah.
But then you, your spouse, your job, your friends, so
It's a support base.
okay. And the reason why I'm saying that, it is to prioritize your life. You need to prioritize it in such a way so that you can look at it objectively and then find the balance. If we're talking about balance, Neville.
Amen.
Have you found a balance?
True. I think the balance for all of us, okay, I can probably just speak for myself. There's no lack of attempt,
Right.
of trying, of pursuing that balance. It's an everyday challenge. It's an everyday fight. It's an everyday exercise.
Yes.
To basically synchronize all of this. Sometimes we do get it right. Sometimes we don't. I would go, and there's nothing, for instance, when it comes to my health, like you do say, there's nothing that gets my mind so off track.
Yeah.
If I am not training for a certain amount of time. Because I know if I stay fit, then my mind will be fit. And like, for instance, this week, I mean, it's Wednesday today. I haven't done a push-up for this week yet. And that is going totally against my whole grain of how I see things.
You start feeling guilty about
I
not
start
having-
feeling guilty about
Uh-huh.
it. It's the third day. It's Wednesday today. I haven't done anything yet.
Right.
Okay? Then again, I tell myself, okay, what did I eat that I'm not supposed to be eating this week? It's all about what goes into your body, what you do, what you don't do.
Yes.
In terms of my daily schedule here at the office, okay, do I just come into work or do I have an actual plan from 8 o'clock until 4:30 to keep myself productive on a daily basis?
Yes.
And those are the questions that we all need to ask ourselves. Sometimes we, like I say, sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it way wrong.
Yeah.
But you need to have the acknowledgement, the self-acknowledgement, to look yourself in the mirror and say, nee, ek is useless vandag.
Yeah.
Ek moet regkom.
Acknowledgement doesn't mean you have to agree or disagree. You've
Yeah.
got to be honest with yourself.
And how honest
And
are we?
if you feel good about yourself, then go right ahead.
Exactly.
You say everything is cool, I'm up and running.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'm sitting and not doing push-ups. How many push-ups can you do? Come on, the people want to know.
In one go,
Yeah.
I can do 40 push-ups easily in
Maria?
one go.
I don't do push-ups. I've got very
No, you don't have to do push-ups.
Why do the girls not have to do push-ups?
No, I've got I don't
You can
have-
just lie there.
You do burpees, those para
I do other stuff. I don't have strength in my arms.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, but
Okay.
it's never been a focus of mine either.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Erassi Ek says, I want to challenge Tate Neville and Tate Ronnie on the 100 meters.
Tate Ronnie, wie is Tate Ronnie?
I don't know who Tate Ronnie is.
Wie is Tate Ronnie?
Canalelo.
Canalelo.
Ronnie Canalelo.
What, you and Ronnie?
Yeah, he wants to challenge
and
me and
Erassi.
Ronnie. Ronnie is hy al
And I see
weghardloop.
my money on you and I don't even know you.
Look, I've seen Neville run. Believe me, hy kan hardloop.
Ek sal dis op
Hy
jou.
het geleer daardie jare in die lokasie.
I'm
Maria,
putting it on. I don't even know this.
you don't even know this guy. You put your money on him.
I'm putting my money on it.
Yes, like it.
Yeah.
Woo!
There are people that say they don't believe you. Dion Chimzizle says, Neville, 40 push-ups.
Yeah.
The lies.
Yeah, no, the 40 I can do. Come on.
Martin
2 years
Lutoni
ago, I was
says-
doing 30 push-ups right here in the studio.
Yeah, but I didn't know you did 10. That's not.
I as a
exaggerated.
belief.
Martin Lutoni says girls do sit-ups. Correct. We don't do push-ups. We do sit-ups.
Okay.
I can do sit-ups.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm naturally good at sit-ups.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at pull-ups, and
Yeah.
I can do a couple of push-ups.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people just have the strength in their shoulders and their arms. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at Neville, he works out, man.
Ach, asseblief.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Do you go to gym or do you do it at home?
No, I've stopped gymming about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because I've been in the gym for over 35 years, and I'm just tired of just doing the same thing
Yeah.
over and over. So I started boxing about a year and a half ago.
Boxer.
Yeah, so I box a little bit and I jog, and that's basically just all I do, and try to stay happy. And again, yeah, it all depends on also if you are with friends and family, your loved ones, that keeps you happy, and do you keep them happy?
Are you happy?
No, I think I'm okay. I don't want to.
Why did you hesitate?
I don't want to.
We all think
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah. It's not about hesitating. So, don't want to boast about stuff like that.
It's not boasting.
Yeah.
It's a state of mind and
Yeah.
a state of being. To acknowledge that you're happy is okay. It's not boasting.
For instance, mevrou at home would, because we all have these challenges, and then mevrou would come to me just and say, "Honey, luister hierso," because we got 4 kids.
Okay.
Okay, we got 4. They'll say, "Honey, luister. Your son says, he struggles with this, he struggles with that, and we need to sort this out and that out." Okay, then you focus on him.
Okay.
Then you got a little daughter on this side that says, "Daddy, you haven't come to this class of mine or that, you need to do this and you need to do that," and then you focus on the other one. And I think there's a constant challenge, I think, that we all go through on a daily basis to keep this all together. I need to, it's of paramount importance for me that my kids are okay. Maar nou focus jy op die kinders, dan neglect jy die vrou.
Yes.
As jy met jou familie, you find with your family, and then you realize, I haven't spoken to my mother in a week and a half. It's a jealous that I'm still there, so ons wonder maar hier in Katatura wat gaan aan.
Children are so susceptible and so in touch with that kind of thing. Let me tell you what happened. It was about a year ago. I've got a son and a daughter.
Yeah.
And obviously, okay, I've got what do you call it? Separated relation.
Yeah.
Divorced. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my daughter comes over and she wants to connect to the Wi-Fi. At that time, she was about 10.
Yeah.
She was 10. And she's very sensitive. And she came over and she wanted to log on to the Wi-Fi and she asked me for the password. And I said to her, the password is her brother's name. She burst out in tears. Why it wasn't her name? Why was it her brother's name? So, that is how sensitive they are. Yeah. You are spot on. As jy vir die ene aandag gee, then the others feel neglected. That it's a natural process.
And for instance, my relationship with my best friend, like Lazarus, then sometimes I get so busy during the week that I don't get a chance to call him. Or because if we call each other, it's a 45-minute conversation. En hy sê, ek kan nie nou met hierdie wambo nou praat nie. Wag, ek sal môre met hom praat. En kort voor lang, you haven't spoken to each other in a week and a half. And then the first conversation, jy Jane, jy slegte maniere, G. Huh? Ek bel jou die hele week, you're not calling me back. I said, nee man, maar ek was with you. Oh, so we are there now.
Whoa.
We are there now. We don't talk anymore. So I don't know, Maria. What's your take on it?
For me, it's not too difficult because I've never had a codependency with my family and friends.
Okay.
They know I'm available when they need me. I will never ignore a phone call. I will never, or if I can't pick it up, I'll never not return a call. I'll never not be there for somebody that needs me. So I've never had the only codependency I've actually find that I usually have is with my romantic partner. That's really when I'm almost, I don't want to say clingy, but I like to invest a lot of time and I want my good mornings and my good nights and what. But generally outside that, I've never had a codependency. My kids obviously is different as well. I mean, they're in my space all the time and we are doing okay in that space. But I think what I'm doing now is obviously I'm checking in more on my mother because she's older and I know how this pandemic works.
Yeah.
I'm checking in on her more.
Good
and
for
she
you.
appreciates
Well done.
that. In terms of friends, there'll be a time, because there was never a codependency, you might find a friend calls me after 2 weeks and says, we haven't touched base in a while or even a month. Let's go do coffee.
Right.
And I will go do coffee with them. I always make that time for my friends and for my family. They know that. But because I have never had a codependency, so even if days go by where I don't talk to them, they're not stressed. They also know that if I need them, I will reach out if there's anything. And we do check in with each other occasionally because we need to. But more than that is they know they can come to me.
Sure, but you don't feel that you have to be in touch every day.
No, I've never had that type of relationship.
It's my brother and I. We both stay in Windhoek, but we would have sometimes a month and a half that we don't talk to one another. And everything is okay.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong.
My best friend and I will live in the same town. We're both in Windhoek. And we chat on WhatsApp, exchange information. We've seen this news because we're all very curious about what's going on in the world. But
yes.
A month could go by without us physically seeing each other. But when we see each other, we catch up, and it's never like, oh, I haven't seen you in a month, or why haven't I seen you? We also just understand that she's also not codependent. So it makes that relationship easier. But she knows, of course, if there was anything, I'll drop everything I have and attend to her needs. So I don't know. I'm not struggling in that aspect.
Okay.
I don't think I am.
Okay.
Well, let's look at a couple of comments from our viewers and also our listeners out there. Neville, our Informanté morning show fans that you have, they want to talk a little bit more about your push-ups.
Los me uit,
They are daring you.
asseblief.
They are daring you. They want to see you do push-ups.
Leslie says, sorry, just before he says, just have one kid and you will not have all these problems. Okay, what is Neville supposed to do about his other three?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do about my other one? What is Anna supposed to do about his other one?
Yes.
I raak ernstig, man.
But it's very interesting to hear, Maria, that you say that in terms of, what do you call it?
Codependency.
Codependency.
Yeah.
That you don't have any codependency when it comes to your family
Yeah.
or friends.
Yes.
And the only codependency that you do
Only
consider
dependency.
is, the only dependency that you have is with your life partner.
Yeah.
Okay. And to a certain extent, obviously, with your kids.
No, my kids, I don't like to include my kids in this because my kids are mine.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
understand.
I hear
They're
what
in
you're
my
saying.
space. Like even when I tell you you're my favorite person,
Yeah.
I'm not. Understand that the kids are not even part of the conversation.
Yes,
That
yes.
is the only unconditional love I'll ever experience in my life to my kids, because they can mess up royally.
Yeah.
And that's never going to change the love
Of
I have
course.
for
No.
them. My love for them is not dependent on what they do or don't do.
Yeah.
With partner, it's different. I mean, we say, oh, I love you unconditionally, but we don't really love people unconditionally outside our children, because things can change. As in Islan, I love you until you hit me.
Yeah.
Then it's a different game. Or I love you
Yeah.
until you cheat on me. Or I love you until you do this
Okay,
and that.
lost the cheat out of this.
No, I'm just saying.
No. We all want to hear
I'm just saying we
cheating.
like to use romantic words, but we don't understand them. You can't love a romantic partner unconditionally. It's with conditions. I love you for as long as you love me back, as long as you respect me, as long as you understand. There's a condition.
Are you
there.
saying that we are loving to get something?
Yes. It's an exchange.
It's give and take.
It's a give and take. And sometimes there is, unfortunately,
interesting
somebody is drained because they're pouring themselves into somebody and they're not receiving it. But at some point, even that, there's always, how do I say, there is always a breaking point where you say, you know what, I've given you 10 years of my life where I've committed to it and I've done this for you. I'm just not getting it back. And at some point, bye. But you'll never say that to your kid. Your child will be in prison for a heinous murder or whatever, and you will still go give them KFC in prison because that's your child. And
That's
you
your
can't
child.
change. But for a partner, you'll be like, oh, you committed this terrible act to humanity.
Yeah.
I want a divorce. It's over. I don't want anything to do with you. So we generally, parents love, the only people we can really love unconditionally are our kids. There is no condition to the love we feel for them, but with partners, it's preconditioned.
Yeah. So what you are effectively saying, we are entering into relationships in order to get something.
I wouldn't say, for me, I base all my romantic relationship on reciprocity. So, so I am not capable of giving more than I get.
Okay.
We need to work on, we need to reciprocate. I can only, so if you want me to love you, you need to love me. And you have to love me to a depth.
Maria, kan jy toch net Engels praat?
No. She's spot on.
Reciprocator.
You can't give if you don't have.
Reciprocator.
That's what she's saying.
Reciprocate, boy.
Kan nie gee as jy nie het.
Yeah, I will never be in a relationship where I'm like emotionally drained because I'm pouring myself into somebody and somebody's not. Then I'm not. So I can't love somebody that doesn't love me back. It's just not gonna work because at some point.
Try harder.
Or he must try. So if you want me to love you madly,
you must try hard.
you must love me madly. Then it's
No, you must give.
no.
Give.
Can never be me.
No, it can't be one-sided. No, I'm on her
Yeah.
side. You've
Can't.
Nee,
defined
julle
it.
verstaan nie.
Otherwise, if I feel like there's a deficiency in that relationship where I'm not nourished, I'm malnutritioned, then
Would you call Nadia, would you call Neville a romantic? Would
No,
you
he's-
see him at night with a candle?
he's
and-
definitely not. But he did explain that his love language is making sure that his family is safe and
Yeah.
protected.
Yes.
I'm not
And
romantic.
There is, and there is something to be said about that.
Yeah.
Because women do like security and safety, two very
Yeah.
important elements in a woman. If you give me safety and security, I don't necessarily need the candles and the flowers. That would be
LPP
nice.
for me.
Huh?
LPP for me.
Yeah.
Love, protect, provide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there lots of hugs and kisses in the home?
I don't
We
think it's a
kiss.
very
Affectionism.
affectionate.
No, when I come home, we kiss.
Right.
When I leave, we kiss.
Okay.
If
They
she
hold,
stands,
they hold hands like this
yeah.
at night.
If we sleep at
Oh,
night,
great.
say,
Really?
say,
Ai, yes.
ek sê lê daai kant toe. I just
no.
wanna net hou vas.
Ja.
Okay. Maar ek kan nie.
We're very
It's
affectionate.
lies. It's I can't sleep like that.
No.
Yeah.
So, maar as my vrou ook in die kombuis staan and she's busy cooking, I say, "Hey, goed hè." Ooh, it's a whoa.
Ek laat kyk.
Yeah.
Dis nie Sondag nie.
And the kid you know what they call it Sunday afternoon?
'n Knippie.
Nee, vol pudding.
I don't get it. I don't want to get
It's
it.
fine.
I don't want to get it.
Yeah. Sunday afternoons. Why is it always on Sunday afternoons that these things happen?
Ek weet nie.
Is it because of the kids?
Ja, die kinders slap. Die kinders slap.
When the kids were small, did they ever catch you on duty?
Ek
Never been
maak
caught?
seker.
I've also never been caught.
Never been caught.
Gaan sluit die deur.
I've been walked in on one.
Oh, and how do you explain yourself?
No.
It's conducting
It's the
CPR
expression
on the
on
mother.
their little faces that have made things a bit awkward. But we
But you-
managed it. But I'm not too sure if that'll ever go away.
But do you but do you say something at that particular time?
No, you kind of roll over, ask them if they want to have a cold drink.
You ruined my life. I saw you guys doing things and I'm scarred for life.
A colleague of ours, but she doesn't work for Trustco anymore, and I need to demonstrate this.
Okay.
She says her daughter walked out on them.
Walked in on them.
Yeah, or walked in on them,
Okay.
and so she was on the edge of the bed. So she saw her daughter walking in, so she just went to the side of the bed like.
Okay. Yeah. Don't they?
Somebody's asking, what position were you in?
Oh, no. That, guys, no. This is going too far. This, oh, well, this morning show is taking the best out of me.
Probably, Kobe was probably like this. Huh? Afrikaans?
I'm performing CPR on your mother.
Alles mag goed.
Oh, wow. No, I hope I never get caught. Because my daughter is somebody that she'll make a thing of it.
Nee?
Be dramatic. Yeah, like you ruined my life type of dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah, because we think that they won't, that they'll forget this.
Yeah.
But you scar them for life.
Well, they're going to wake up at some stage, isn't it? When is the right time, Maria? I'll ask you first because I think you'll be the right person to ask. When is it the right age for a child to be cleared up on the big S topic?
Well, mine are 10, so I'm winging it. I haven't set a clear age.
Yeah.
What I'm looking is for signs that
the
they're
maturity,
ready. Yes,
that
the
they're
maturity,
ready for
yes.
this.
Mine
Okay.
are still very childlike. I will say that.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
I mean, my daughter is emotionally intelligent, but she's still very much a child. And because we're affectionate,
Yeah.
they don't necessarily see like a man and a woman kissing or holding hands as anything weird
Is it the
or sexual.
Is it the mother's job? Is it the father's job? Is it a combined strategy?
Well, the father of my kids and I have
Okay.
had a discussion about it, and I feel like there's certain things he can discuss with his son about being a boy that I can't teach him. So
Right.
I'm living, like, I talk about sex to some degree because I'm talking about sexual assault. So like if somebody touches you inappropriately or this and that, come and tell mommy. So there is sex. We have a sex conversation,
Topic.
but not about love making. But I think I'm going to leave it to their dad to speak to my son mostly on that side,
Right.
and then I'll obviously
Speak
be
to
the
the
one
girls.
to educate my daughter.
Leslie Kamusep says that age 11 would be a good age.
I think it depends on each child. Like I said, mine are 10, but they're still very innocent to a lot of things, I think. They're not, and you find some 10-year-olds that are very alert.
Yes.
So I think go on your instinct and what you feel. The child is already.
Because you as a parent would know your
Yeah,
child
you
better
would
than
know.
anyone
Exactly,
anyway. So
exactly.
Okay, great stuff. Okay, a lot of comments coming through. There are people that are asking, Neville, why are you back on your chair?
Because I see I'm being called out here. And I'll give you guys the real lowdown. You know what? Being in the gym for such a long time, I'm so susceptible to injuries lately. And one of the reasons I'm not gonna get here on this floor to give you those push-ups, I'm nursing a shoulder injury.
Look at that.
Okay. Yep. No,
No,
he's
it's-
been complaining
that
about it for some
disclaimer.
time.
It's very.
Nursing.
I've been complaining it to you for some time now, and I've been complaining to you guys about this some time. I've been going to physio, massages, put on some acupuncture on my shoulder, and if I'm going to go do push-ups now, I'm just going to aggravate my injury. I'm the wear and tear on my body currently.
No.
So kyk nee, julle kan maar round vat ook is alright. I'll do the push-ups when I'm ready. But at this moment in time, I can't be doing any push-ups. I'm just going to aggravate my
Your-
shoulder
Yeah.
injury.
Okay. No. We'll wait then for a month.
Yeah, give me a month.
No matter, we'll remind him.
No, it's just a lot of people saying, how many kids do you have? I've got twins, and then I've got multiple other kids as well, but biological.
Rich
too.
auntie. Rich auntie.
Yeah.
Rich auntie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got more than 2 kids, but biological. All right.
Yeah, no, interesting. I think the balance that we try to maintain in our lives will always be. Oh, I can just speak for myself. It will always be a challenge, but I will keep on trying, trying.
Yeah. Here's an interesting concept to the question, when is the right age for your kids? You need to also be aware, and Leslie Kamusep says this, 11-year-old is already in grade 6. They learn in the syllabus about sex education.
No, grade 5, actually. 11 is grade 5.
Oh, is it grade 5?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's grade
sorry,
5.
got that wrong. Okay, so here comes the question. Do we have to be aware? Do the children our children, do they need to learn about this from us, or do we miss the boat and they'll learn it at school? I was never cleared up. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
But when you guys say sex education, what are we talking about? Like I said, for example, I discuss sex to some degree with my kids, and
Okay.
in relation to them understanding their bodies,
Right.
and what is inappropriate touching,
Yes.
and what they shouldn't do, or what no means no, don't touch this or don't do that, and don't touch people without consent, and
Yes.
so forth, and understanding what the body means. You know?
Sure.
So those conversations I had, and again, linked to sexual assault, I need my kids to understand if somebody's trying to violate them
That they-
sexually, that
correct.
they can identify
It quickly.
very quickly and alert me. So we have it to that degree, but to have a discussion about what a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman does, they're way too early. That's too
Yeah.
It's too soon for me. It's too soon.
Yeah.
So I think this happened about 2 years ago with my daughter. She's 11 now. There was this one evening I sat down with her, and I saw this old Tom Cruise movie. What's the name of the movie?
Eyes wide shut.
No. Show Me the Money.
No. Okay.
No, that was, what's his name? Show Me the Money was that sport guy.
Yeah, no. But Tom Cruise.
Yeah, acted.
Tom Cruise was acting in that movie. It was him and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of the movie. But it was a sport movie.
Okay.
Guys, my daughter sits next to me. We're watching this movie, and I said, man, I haven't seen this movie in 25 years. And Tom Cruise meets this woman somewhere, and immediately the next scene,
They are at it.
they are naked and kyk, my broer, die man pata daar. Hey, die remote is daar ver. And my daughter is just sitting there staring at these people pata-pataing. So, Maria, maybe I just need to make you aware that my 9-year-old daughter, I think she knows what
Your
sex
11-year-old.
looks. Yeah, or my 11-year-old
No,
daughter.
I don't think.
I
my
think
kids
she knows
also
what
know
sex is.
No, I think my kids also know. What
Yeah,
sex looks
yeah.
like.
So if they know, then we
But I've
need to make it.
Yeah, but I've also created a relation for them if they need information or they're curious about something that they should be able to ask me. So I think they know, like, men and women get together, they make love, whatever,
Yeah.
but they don't know the nitty-gritties. And at this point, because I still think it's too early, if they came to me and say, why do women and a man do that? Then we're going to have the discussion.
I think the movie's name was Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, that's
That's the movie.
Yeah.
That's now that I think about it.
So when the kids come, because Kandra Chlabanello says, do your kids ever ask you where do babies come from?
My son has a... No, my son said it and my daughter answered it. Because they're twins. They're
It's
same
the
age.
stalk.
No, he said in the tummy.
In the
Where do
tummy.
babies come from? From the tummy. Yep. End of conversation.
That's it. Easily explained. I just wonder why do storks always fly over university campuses? Huh? Have you ever seen these storks flying over UNAM campus?
No coffee.
Yeah, that's what happens at university. All these babies out of tummies. Maria.
Asseblief. Luister, Detser. Hierdie week moet oorgaan, hè? So you can leave the studio. Asseblief.
Okay.
Because we're swamped with laughter in the studio with you.
Please read some comments before we go out because there are people that are going to be very angry we didn't get to their comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so Beatrice Condombolo.
Condombolo.
Yeah.
Condombolo.
Yeah.
She says she's not ready for that question. No, I can totally get with it if you as a parent.
Condombolo is, by the way, like a male hen. Like
Vliegtuig.
Ro Vieira says babies come from Father Christmas.
from the airplane as well. Vliegtuig.
Oh,
Leroy Rawotibe, yes. The movie was Jerry Maguire. Yeah.
No.
Janice Tobias Masule also says Jerry Maguire. Yeah, that was the movie.
okay, so this basically more or less wraps up the show. I just know there are a lot of people that can hardly wait for Neville's shoulder to be in order, and then we
Peer pressure, ne?
yeah.
Whew.
They say, please, Grandpa, we love you. Just do it for us. Even for push-up is just enough.
I'm going to hurt my shoulder even more.
Base dimension.
Okay.
Entertainment.
I'll
value,
do.
Get
I'll,
ready.
No, don't hurt your
Shines.
shoulder.
I'll-
Don't feel obliged.
Shines.
But-
no, but give
but-
us 4 at least.
listen, all of you going to pay for my next visit
Physiotherapy.
to the physiotherapist. Okay?
Okay,
I
so
might not be doing 40.
No, but-
I'll see how far I go, but my shoulder is really hurting.
Okay, Shinesy, we need to get this. This is just for all of our viewers and also our listeners out there. Neville Vasson is going to do the push-ups,
Huh? So, okay. Okay,
and, and we need all your support there. Let's have a look.
Are you ready?
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
9, 10.
11,
Neville.
12,
He's continuing. He's carrying
13,
on.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 40.
I thought he had a shoulder
23,
problem.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Het
Well
was
done.
gesê. Het was gesê.
Okay, waar is he, Clary?
Ja.
He's got 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35, you got 5 more. 35,
Hey, Neville.
36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Hey, Neville, you're not even breaking a sweat. Big round of applause for nobody but Neville Basson,
Oh, well done.
who on public television and radio did this morning exercise. Well done, Neville. We're super proud
From
of you.
away the toppy. Yay! A lot of people are congratulating you. Well done, Neville. We are so proud of you.
Well, there we have it. The morning show. Thank you very much for all of you. Dankie, Neville. Thank you, Maria. And of course, all our listeners and viewers out there. Thank you so much. How are you feeling?
Grr, I need to catch my breath.
Are you out of?
Yeah.
Are you out of it?
Mevrou won't get.
Anything out of me for the next 7 days.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Don't forget to also go onto the Informanté Radio page. That'll be between 12 and 1 today. And join us. And until tomorrow, it's cheerio.